Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making language planner or language tracker. First, you're going to take a notebook or bullet journal. I use this kind of notebook that I got for like €3, and I used to use it for bullet journaling, but I'm horrible at that, so I just decided to use it for the language planner. So here is my first language planner that I made last summer, and as you can see I have a few languages in here: Russian, German, Spanish and Japanese. So just to point out, this was summer and I was just starting to learn to use this language planner, and I decided to use 4 languages, which is, I don't recommend learning 4 languages at the same time. So first layout, I wrote down goal and date, so when I would like to finish my language learning, then what language I would like to learn next, and then yearly goals, monthly goals, and duration of learning language per week. So like I wrote down goals, like what I want to do, what TV shows I want to watch, what are my goals for that month, what are my goals for that week, and then how many hours a week I want to learn. That is for my language planner. And then as for my language tracker, I wrote down my languages and I used different color for each language, and then I made a study tracker or language tracker, and I just made like this little tables, whatever they're called, for each month. So I would just put in which language I learned that day. As you can see, I started off in August pretty good, but I'm just, I didn't have enough time. And on the next page, this is totally random, but I had like interesting languages I might want to learn and just wrote down a few languages. And I'm going to show you how to make your study planner or language planner right here. First, I want to apologize for my accent or for my English or for bad grammar, simply because I'm not speaking English every day. English is not my native language, so I really apologize for that. Okay, on to the planning. First, I wrote down yearly goals, and I took a notebook that I just had lying around, and I wanted to make the plan first in here and then just make it actually transfer it into my bullet journal. So I wrote down yearly goals for Japanese and German, simply because those 2 languages were the one I wanted to focus on mostly. I had a pretty good knowledge of German. Japanese, I am still a beginner, so I just wrote down what I want to accomplish that year for 2018. And then I wrote down duration, as you saw previously, for every language, so how many times a day or a week I want to learn, and that's basically it. And then I decided to transfer this into my bullet journal. My page, I wrote down language planner and decorated it with this green marker or Sharpie, I don't really know, and added some tape below. Then I transferred everything from my notebook into my bullet journal. But first I wrote down what languages I want to focus on this year, and I wrote down languages in blue Sharpie, and then wrote Japanese, German and Spanish, and drew a little flags next to it. Then I went and transferred everything from my notebook into my bullet journal, and that's basically the whole logic behind making a language planner. If you want me to make a series of how I learn each language, like Japanese or German, because I know I had a lot of trouble, starting off learning Japanese on my own. It's kind of pretty difficult. And if you want to know how I actually started, because I'm still a beginner, I'm not gonna lie, I don't speak Japanese, I'm still studying. But if you want to, for me to make a study with me Japanese or study with me German and Spanish or Russian, just let me know below, and I will try to do that. And then I transferred, after my yearly goals, I transferred my monthly goals, and then later I made a weekly goals, and that's basically it. After that I decided to make a language tracker or study tracker, which helps so much, and I will show you how to do that as well. As for the language tracker, I wrote down the year of studying and then made this little table, and I had way too many of those little squares, so I just drew some hearts in the squares that I don't need, and that's basically all. I just wrote down numbers and the month of learning. You can of course make a calendar, but I just think that's just too much work, so I just decided to do this. And that is all. That is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more, please make sure to subscribe and let me know.